can't. I don't care how much he seems like he could help you get up there. You can't fake that strength. You can't. So John Cena is one of the strongest people I've ever seen. That's a banker win with that 8/7. Because Big Show is big. Bro, how big did they say Big Show was? Like 450, 500, something like that? Facts. Facts. You see what I'm saying? Nah, bro. That's like picking up a mini car. Nah, bro. 7 there for the player. 3 right there for the banker. 6 there for the player. 3 there once again for the banker, and that is a banker win with a 7/6. Like, I'm also thinking too, right? I was just about to say, Kane is another dude that was getting picked up that I don't feel like people were appreciating as much. Bruh, his OG entrance music, the Hellfire and Brimstone, I think I still got it in my album play, like in my album music right now. Bets are now closed. 4 right there for the player. Baccarat there for the banker. Natural 9 right there for the player, and that is a player win with that 9/8. You. Now, when Kane took the mask off and you saw how his whole face was messed up, yeah, that was different. Paul Bearer definitely scarred me as a kid. Boogeyman scarred me as a kid too. I'm trying to think who else. All right. Best of not close. Best of luck. 5 right there for the player. All right, y'all want to hear something funny? Y'all want to hear something funny? 6 there for the player. 1 right there for the banker, and that is a banker win with that 7/6. All right, so boom, right? Literally. But nah, let me tell y'all a story about how my mom banned me from watching wrestling the first time, right? I want to say this is like 2006, maybe ish, whatever year it happened. But it was the one night that it was Edge and Lita out in the ring. I don't think I need to say what the entire promo was, but if y'all watched wrestling back then, y'all knew what it was. That's a player win with a 9/7. It was that night, right? And mind you, I'm a kid. I'm young. So, like, she sees me with that on the screen. It's automatically the worst response you could possibly have. There it is. Now you get it. So, she sees whatever was going on and them wrestling in the ring. I'll never forget, mind you, African mother, by the way, grabbed me by the back of my neck, lifted me out my seat, threw me in the room and said, "Stay here until you are sanctified." And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell y'all today I should still be in that room. I'm not gonna lie to you. But we're here. We are here. WWE used to be a wild place. It used to be a wild place. Appreciate you, boss. Bets are now closed. Best of luck. Baccarat there for the player. Baccarat there for the banker. 1 right there for the player. 7 there for the banker. And that is going to be a banker win with a 7/1. Now, word. Especially back in the day, they was bad with putting in the commercials right there. Because the commercials would not help any of the point that was going on around that time. I will say though, like for real, I'm kind of happy with the state of wrestling and how we're getting to it today. Like, it ain't like I'm trying to find a good way to say it. Just turned 18. I remember that. That's a banker win with a 7/2. Oh, I remember that. But nah, what I was about to say was, right, I'm happy with the state of wrestling now only because it may not be the exact same like when like Jeff Hardy or John Cena or Edge and all of them was really running rampant. But we still got the same type of energy and we got a whole new cast of members that's really dedicated to the work. You feel me? So I'm enjoying where wrestling is now. Baccarat there for the player. 4 right there for the banker. Baccarat there still for the player. 4 there for the banker. Extra cards on both sides. That is a banker win with the 4/3. Shout out to Sam being our number one with the Ghost Day, Harold Rocks, Jimmy, and MK30. The one thing I will say is I wish we had. Hmm, what up, dog? How you feeling? The one thing I will say is, right, I wish we had something a little bit more like ECW. Like, eh, I guess AEW, in a way, is meant to sort of be like ECW, but like, I don't know. ECW had that real raw feel to it, so it was a lot better back then. As a player went with the 7/5. He definitely kept it from dying out. I have my complaints. I just wish that more people that was getting the championship titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at my boy Obafemi in NXT. For anybody that watches NXT, if anybody watches NXT, y'all see my boy Obafemi. Y'all can see that man is championship material, and he is not getting his talent fully used. That's a 2 right there for the banker. Double draw coming in. That's a player win with a 6/2. I think that was the issue with it, though. I can see that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, ECW was a lot more focused on, like, the fighting. Well, not on the fighting, but the storylines weren't as prevalent for all the matches that we got, but we got some killer matches back then. So I see what you're saying on that. 2 right there for the player, 1 there for the banker, double draw coming, and that's going to be a banker win with a 6/2. Yeah, yeah, I feel like that's a fair assessment. And then I feel like, especially back in those days, if you wanted a good like mix of the two, you would go over to TNA. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the best things that's happening right now in the wrestling world. The fact that WWE and TNA is like going back and forth and working with each other, fire. Like me as a kid would be going crazy right now. 1 there for the player, 2 right there for the banker. Natural 9 right there for the player, and that is a player win with that natural 9 over the 5. Bruh, I don't care what nobody said. TNA was always fire because they had everybody I wanted to see. Oh, I think UFC is amazing. I like playing the game as opposed to, well, actually, no, I'm lying. I was about to say I love playing the game as opposed to watching the matches, but I love watching Jorge Masvidal's old matches. I love watching Israel Adesanya's old matches. My boy Sugar Sean O'Malley, I love watching his matches. I'm trying to think who else for real, for real. 3 right there for the player, 3 right there for the banker. Double draw coming, and that's a player win with the 8/2. Kevin Nash was definitely fun to watch too. See, I feel like my issue with Kevin Nash was, I feel like his personality only went so far. You know what I'm saying? But I do like the fact that they put him with Scott Hall at the time. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the Chico. That's a now closed. Bro, O'Malley is probably one of the more entertaining fighters I've seen in the past, like, couple years. That's right there for the player, and that is a player win with that 8/2. Yo, how did y'all feel about that Crawford and Canelo fight for real? Because I knew the whole time Crawford was going to win that fight, but how did y'all feel about the match before it happened and then after? Because I walked in knowing it was done. It's over. That's a now close. That's a baccarat there for the player. Baccarat there for the banker. 2 right there for the player. 5 there still for the banker, and that is a banker win with the 5/2. See, all right, I don't think it hurts the legacy I mean, yes and no, because you were coming in as a champion, undefeated in the whole 9. But I don't know. My issue for real was, actually, no, I don't even have an issue. I feel like it doesn't take away from Canelo's career. If anything, I feel like it just highlights a very big fight that he had. Because we can't sit here and deny it. Terrence Crawford is undeniably one of the better fighters of our generation. That's why the fight was so hyped, because it's like the 2 best have to fight over who's the best. You feel me? So Crawford won that one clear. I knew he was going to win it clear. but everybody was trying to count him out because he's the smaller guy. Chanel bag, how was you doing? Of course, you want to pop up right before I'm about to leave in a couple minutes, right? 3 right there for the player. 9 right there for the banker. 7 right there for the player, and that is a banker one with that 9 over 7. Shout out to Sam, Auguste, Harold Rocks, J4, and J-Cash NYC. Where have you been? I ain't seen you about a month of Sundays. I was starting to think you forgot about us over here on these tables. How you doing? Welcome back, Chanel Bag. You see Canelo. That is a very good point, too. Bets are now closed. You trying to quit? Then what are you doing here? Bye. Leave. Save your money. That's a 9 right there for the player. That's a player with that 9 over 1. That is a very good point, though. Crawford stays getting himself and keeping himself ready, you know what I'm saying? Crawford, on a consistent basis, make sure he's prepared in case he ever does have a fight coming up. So, I see what you're saying on that. Now, that's a fight I would love to see. Crawford versus Mayweather, that's something I would like to see. Bets are now closed. 1 right there for the player. 4 right there for the banker. Natural 8 right there for the player, and that is a player win with that 8 over 2. Shout out to Gorse, DX, Speedballer, DD, and Ace. Chanel, this is why you gotta quit, my love. This is why. I'm not. Let me stop playing. You don't have to quit, but if you would like to quit, I definitely support you. Let's get to it. That's an out close. That's an 8 right there for the player. 8 right there for the banker. 4 right there for the player. That's a banker one with that natural 9 over the 4. I was going to say something, but then that was going to be really inappropriate, so I'm going to just, you know. Oh, Mayweather's a phenomenal boxer. Yeah, not for entertainment. Not for entertainment. Mayweather is a boxer to end the match. He's not a showman type of boxer, you know what I'm saying? Bets are now closed. Crawford above Ali is a very controversial thing to say, but I'm not entirely sure if I disagree with you. That's a tie with 8 on both sides. Nasty one right there. Yeah, that's a real controversial comment right there. I don't know how I feel about that, but I don't fully disagree. I don't. Nah, I'm not putting anybody against Mike Tyson. I'm not. I'm just not. Tyson versus 97% of people is going to go Tyson. That's a player one right. That's a player perfect pair. 7 right there for the banker. That's a banker one with the 7 over 2. Shout out to Sosa, Sam, J4, Harold Rocks, and Auguste. Nah, absolutely Tyson is prime. Absolutely. I do agree with you on today's boxing IQ is a lot different, but that's because we have a lot more to study on this end. You know what I'm saying? 7 right there for the banker. We've had a lot more game tape to study, and we've been able to see a lot more things from this perspective because of the technology we got. Player went with the 9 over 7. Think about it. Back then, they had dial-up. If they wanted to watch some tape, they had to send somebody to record the fight and then come back to them with the tape. We go online and get the whole tape for $1. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole different ball game. What is this rotation? Bets are now closed. That's a 5 there for the player. 7 right there for the banker. 9 right there for the player. That's a player win with that natural 9 over the 7. Side DX, Harold, Chanel Bag, Quo, and Ace. That is very true. Yeah, because we didn't even really know about CT like 50 to 60 years ago, for real, for real. Yeah. Think about all the injuries we would have been able to prevent back in the day. All right, y'all, I'm about to head up out of here. I'll see y'all a little bit later. My name has been Jabril. Great discussion to everybody. Deuces.
Terrible discussion. Why wasn't Stone Cold in the top five, bro? What's going on here, bro?
What?
Why wasn't Stone Cold in the top
Because
five,
your
bro?
teeth look like shattered glass.
Bro, I ain't about to take that, bro. We not about to have that, bro. You know what? Your boy gonna see you, bro. Stone Cold need to be in the top five. I don't care. My name is Ruben. I will be your dealer for the next 25, 30 minutes. That's all bets are now closed, everyone. Banker wins, Silver Baccarat.
Hey guys, Bob once again.
Bets are now closed. Banker wins 5 over Baccarat. Bets are now closed. Player wins 5 over 2. Follow the chart. Bro, what you mean follow the chart? Bets are now closed. Double drawing. Banker wins 2 over 1. Hey. Bets are now closed. Banker wins 9 over 1. Bets are now closed. Queen 10 for Jack. Double drawing. Player wins 4 over Baccarat. Bets are now closed. Double draw. Player wins 5 over Baccarat. Bets are now closed. King 4. Queen Jack. Banker wins 6 over 5. I see, you know, plumber. Bets are now closed. I have a 4. Technically, both you guys were right. Bro, what you mean? Bets are now closed. Look, you said bank, he said player. I mean, you said player, he said bank. Six, ace, nine. Banker wins 9/5. Yeah, you got Landy still here? What's up, Landy? Oh, bets are now closed. Player wins 6/2. Oh, there goes your player. Bets are now closed. Banker wins 6/5. Bets are now closed. Double draw. Player wins 7/1. Bets are now closed. You think player here with its tie with a 9? Yeah, here we go with this again, bro. Y'all both saying something, bro. Y'all both asking for something. Y'all gonna get a tie, man. Yo, blame 39, bro. He asked for something at the last second, bro. That's not my fault, you know. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Bets are now closed. I can only please so many people. Player wins 7/5. I can only please so many people, man. Bets are now closed. 4, 9, 6, 4. Bless you. Banker wins 6/5. Bets are now closed. Ace, 2, 9, 3. Banker wins 5/2. Bets are now closed. 7, 2, 7. Banker wins 7/3. Is it Banker run? Is it Banker run? Bets are now closed. Jack, King, Jack, Ace, double drawing. Banker wins 8/2. What we thinking? We thinking player? What we thinking? Banker, and we thinking player. Crazy. Bets are now closed. King, queen, two, that's double draw. Player wins 9 over Baccarat. You know what? I only got all 10s on banker. 10 queen and jack. Bets are not closed. Jack, 6. 3. Banker wins 6 over 4. Chanel, you said it. You said it like last second, bro. Hang on, Chanel. Hang on, Chanel. I got some. It might be here. Bets are now closed. 6, ace, 6, 10, double draw. Banker wins 3 over Baccarat. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I tried, man. I tried, Chanel. Yeah, well, wait, hey, on what? Banker or player? Because bets are now closed. Scaring me now. Banker wins 9 over 2. Yo, please tell me you win it all in on Banker. I thought you said all in. How you got money left, bro? Bets are now closed. 8, 4, 2. Banker wins 9 over Baccarat. Bro, so you might have to go. Yeah, I have to go Banker, bro. Bro. 39 left, bro. The magic ain't happening no more, man. Come on, man. Bets are now closed. Ace, 8, king. Banker wins 8 over 1. Alright, Chanel will be here. Bets are now closed. 4, 6, 9, 7. And now Banker wins 5 over Baccarat. Bets are now closed. Stack. Ooh, double draw. Banker wins 8 over Baccarat. The Banker run is crazy. I see there's still some doubters on here. Bets are now closed. Queen, 7. Queen, 8. Banker wins 5 over Baccarat. Yeah, where MK at, man? MK, where you at, man? Chanel is still Banker run. Oh yeah, alright. MK, I know you better be on that side, MK. Bets are now closed. He was asking for one earlier, man. Double drawing. Player wins 3 over Baccarat. We did ask for it earlier. I just said I was gonna come back and give you some. All right, yo. Chanel, what you doing, man? Bets are now closed.
21 high odds, third column. That's enough.
Banger wins 9 over Baccarat. Chanel, what you doing? We supposed to be on good terms here, man. Bets are now closed. 4, 8, queen, and double jack. Player wins 9 over 3. Bets are now closed. Player wins 6 over 1. Bets are now closed. Banker wins 5 over 3. MK, thank you for the gratuity.